black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
First, I just got to start off by saying that I'm agnostic on Brittany Griner, so I don't fucking care. Let me just say that off the bat. But I want to ask the question: how many people know why she was in jail specifically? Because I know why, and I'm not hearing it.
Well, there's a lot of innuendo. The first said that she had some sort of controlled substance in the cartridge that she was using for the e-cigarette or inhaler or whatever she was using, and they found that in her luggage, and she acknowledged that and so forth and so on, and then somehow it turned into, well, this is something that is for my pain and suffering or whatever it is. But they could have made up anything. They could have made up anything.
The reason why I asked the question is this is the reason why she was in jail.
Okay.
She had less than a gram of hash oil in her vaporizer. And this is the thing that I don't hear people talking about. She was prescribed it. So then my question is this. Does the punishment fit the crime? Are you saying that because of that, she deserves 9 years in jail? Now, keep in mind, I'm not a Brittany Griner fan. I'm agnostic to it. Just using common sense.
I'm with you, Hollop, on that. I'm with you.
Oh, that's the same way.
Again,
So this whole punishment could fit the crime. That's all bullshit to me.
Right.
Because if this was Tom Brady and they put him in 9 years in jail in Russia because he happened to have prescribed cannabis, medically prescribed cannabis, that if he was in the country, nobody would pay any attention. Now, I can understand that people could say, well, maybe she shouldn't have had that. But I can also understand people saying, if I'm used to doing something in America that's just a part of my everyday life, why would I even be thinking about that going into Russia? I can understand that argument too.
Different country, different rules, dude.
I understand the rules of a different country, but what I'm saying is, it's not like we're not talking about criminal activity here.
No, we're not. No, we're not. And I get what you're saying, Hal. I do understand that. Again, the punishment may not fit the crime, but I'm just saying it's a crime nonetheless.
It's a crime, yeah, but it's a crime, but it's not. But there's a big difference between like you have it's like a gun, right? In some states you have concealed carry. You're driving across America and you get stopped in a state that doesn't have concealed carry.
Right.
Are you breaking the law? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does that mean that you should go to jail?
Yes.
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 Why?
Yes. So I'm in North Carolina. Right? I'll give you a classic
I'm driving through your state. I'm not committing a crime. I'm not out there waving my gun around. I have a concealed carry permit in my state. I'm driving through the country. So what are you supposed to do?
I'm gonna give you a classic
Unfortunately, you're supposed to know those laws of that state, apparently.
If you're driving, where do you put your gun while you're driving?
Well, you need to choose another route.
So you need to go around North Carolina.
All right. You know what? Let me get past that because there's another point because that doesn't make no sense to me.
Bad example.
Like 9 years for prescribed cannabis, less than a gram, makes absolutely no fucking sense. And if this was anybody but Brittany Griner, if this was Tom Brady, we wouldn't even be having this discussion.
Where was it prescribed at?
No. It has to do with she's
in America.
She's an American in Russia.
Where was it prescribed at? Where was it prescribed at?
In America.
Was it in America?
Right.
You're in another country. That's just
exactly.
Like the idiot.
And I can
just like
see
the idiot
that
went to North Korea, and in the U.S. the vandalism and all of that stuff. He's just getting off his white rage or whatever it is. He's just being boys will be boys. So it's acceptable here in the U.S. But you went to North Korea, and you did the same thing. and they drilled a hole into your brain and made you a vegetable, so that when you got here, you dropped dead. So different rules for different fools. You understand? If you're gonna play the game,
so you're saying that she deserved 9 years in a Russian jail?
No. What I'm saying is, what I'm prescribed in the U.S. It had nothing to do with Russia.
Right, and I concede that. If it's illegal in Russia, I concede that. I'm not even arguing that. Right. I'm saying that the punishment fit the crime.
But it's illegal in another place.
Exactly. That's my whole point.
And she's not from that place. She's coming from a different place.
But when you go to some other country, when you go to
all right, let's make it personal. If it was you, do you deserve 9 years in a Russian jail?
No, if it was me,
no, don't do that. You got in the same situation, with prescribed cannabis in America. No, but you can't do that. We're using a hypothetical.
Okay,
right. Very hypothetical.
Would you deserve 9 years in a Russian jail because you didn't know that what was prescribed to you in America was illegal in Russia?
I'll give you something even more simple. You know, in Singapore, it's illegal to chew gum.
No, you not got to answer my question first.
I'm just saying to you. No, I would not, because if I'm going someplace else, I know the rule. I'm going to understand.
No, you can't change. I'm from North Carolina. Of the question.
I would never be in that situation.
But if you were in that situation, would you say that 9 years in a Russian jail was a reasonable sentence for that crime?
I wouldn't be in that situation because,
so
again, I'm always forward thinking. I'm from North Carolina now.
Listen, you would not be listen. You would not be in that situation.
Forward thinking.
I gotta conceal. You
would not be in that.
I can't bring. Hold on.
Can I put a stop to it?
Wait. I want to hear from our new brother.
Wait, can I finish the point?
No, Holla, because you're on it. I'm with you, Holla. I'm definitely with you. This brother is chomping at the bit, and I really want to get him in there too. But Holla, I'm with you, Holla. Because I know where you're going with that. I like that though.
Well, there's a difference between fact and truth. All right. The last 3 years I was in the military, I would go to Lithuania every quarter to train Lithuanian soldiers. And before going, I checked my bags 2 or 3 times before I packed them. All right, because you have to know the rules and regulations of the country you're going into. It doesn't matter that it does matter that she got caught with it, all right? But she was prescribed in America. No, she doesn't deserve to be in jail for 9 years. She was definitely used as
that's my only point.
There it is.
But
there it is.
Being a soldier or a professional, she's a professional basketball player going to Europe to make Russia to make more money. It didn't matter it was that she was Brittany Griner. It mattered that she was American.
Right. I agree with that. And like I said, that's my only point. Like,
thank you,
I'm not even arguing over the crime. If it's illegal in Russia, it's illegal in Russia. I'm not challenging that.
Right.
What I'm saying is that crime, that punishment does not fit that crime. If that been one of us, I would have been just as outraged if it's with Brittany Griner. If that was Brother R in Russia and they put him in jail for 9, I wouldn't be sitting up here and go, oh, well, you know what? You did the crime. You got to do the time. I wouldn't be doing that.
But here's the thing. You're at the mercy of the other country.
Of course. I have no problem with that.
All right.
I agree with that.
Okay. Now, as you eloquently put, go ahead. I'm not going to cut you off. Go ahead.
There's another point that I wanted to make. That I don't, and then forgive me if this point has already been made because I came in afterwards. This guy who everybody all of a sudden got this level fear for was never an option on the table to fucking begin with.
That's what I said.
So why are we even bringing him up?
You got
Russia was not giving him up, period. That was not an option on the table.
Optic.
No, sir.
It became.
So why are we talking about him?
It became an option. That's why. That's what happened. And the option, like I said before you came on, the option grew legs when we had the 1-for-1. We had Griner for the arms dealer. Now that Russia knows, everybody in America knows there's a Marine involved. Now they want a mass murderer. They want somebody that's actually been convicted of murder to be swapped for this guy. Who,
Right.
mind you, if you read the story correctly, went there for a wedding. All of a sudden, he's a spy. See, this is how easy this stuff can happen in other countries, fellas.
Right.
They could say, holla, we saw you, and they do it in Mexico, guys. If any of y'all have been to Mexico, trust me, they'll say, holla, we saw you rob a store. Now, you can't prove your innocence. You're going to jail first.
Right.
And that's what happened to this Marine. He just happened to be there for a wedding. And now he's, you know, James Bond.
Right.
So now they want a serious killer, a murderer for James Bond. This is how the game, unfortunately, guys, is played. It's not played fairly. Let's just keep that in the back of our heads. It's not played.
Brother R, I totally get where he's coming from.
5 terrorists for a soldier that went AWOL. Other soldiers got injured, hurt, all that nonsense, looking for this kid. And we gave up 5 terrorists for him, which he comes back to America and pleads guilty. So, you know, dumber stuff has happened, people. Trust me.
For sure.
Me and Craig.
And I understand where R is coming from. And I agree that it was incredibly stupid.
Right. It was
going into Russia and not to know that you can't have that. That was dumb. But the price for being dumb is not 9 years in prison.